coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, it's the way I'm feeling. I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. Don't come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. Your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Here's a give up the middle. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He'll try and throw for it here. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
19 Lions.
Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Left wing 19.
2nd and 6. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, Owens. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. Fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Owens throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen. They need for it to happen now.
They'll set up to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The Dolphins at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 87 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point being good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Riggs, 79 Broncos. 65 yards.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
18
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
19 strikes.
Back to throw again. Rolling to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Evan Ingram halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And he'll work down inside the 45. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 32. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Owens has some space here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began. Thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Packers kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more. Right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Pulls it in at the 13. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. The 20. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Hey, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes that kind of had the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out, and as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways.
All the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They're going to try and throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing to start the drive. Owens. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Back to throw. Owens. Got his man complete over the middle. That's long. Touchdown. Hunter Long, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing left side, it's complete. Down the left sideline. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Steelers are able to at least get 1 score back. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Looking to throw. Owens. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. On fourth down, Owens. He's going to let it go again. He's got him in, complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. From 10 yards out.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as it is added into that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Second and 14.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one is gone and the frustration, the body language is happening everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
19 tight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's third and 3. Operating from the gun, Owens. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you're not going to know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be well short of the first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Off play action. Owens. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, he should be above.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
They're hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game to show this rate of interceptions and great plays this club has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go, here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just
so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1.
so many memories that